Yes, sir. What's going on, folks? It is the one and only KspadeTheProspect, back today with a brand new Madden 20 video in my Miami Dolphins rebuild series. And again, I have jumped you guys into the future. Man, I'm jumping like 2 games at a time, fam. We got a very important game today because we are playing against a division rival, the Buffalo Bills. And not only is that a division rival for the Dolphins, but they also drafted Isaiah Streets, the college teammate of young K-Spade Jr., man. So anytime we see Isaiah, we want to dub. We want to dub anyway, but you already know what type of dilemmas we got being the Dolphins. So I have jumped ahead. Kenyon Drake is now a superstar running back, and I don't know, there's nothing else to tell you guys. I guess I'll meet you down on the field after the intro.
Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, we're in November now, so this is where you really need to settle in, start getting down to business.
And in baseball, they talk about the dog days of August. November, these are the dog days of football, trying to get in position for the big push.
All right. So he's talking about the dog days in November and making the push. I don't know if you guys paid attention to the playoff race, but you didn't see the Dolphins' name anywhere, and that's okay. I kind of even thought about tanking this year, man, because I wanted to make sure we got a good draft pick. Let's not forget, this is a rebuild series, and you already know the Dolphins need everything. They need everything. So anyway, and I didn't even have to come out and try to tank. We was just naturally bad, and I was naturally bad with the controller too. But let's get into it, man. Matter of fact, let's take a look at the Buffalo Bill offense, man. Keep an eye on Isaiah Streets, the wide receiver number 1. He is going to make a few plays this game, I promise you. And also, we'll take a look at the Miami Dolphins defense. Keep your eyes in the secondary here. A couple of names: Xavier Howard, Rashad Jones, Minkah Fitzpatrick. One of those dudes. I feel like one of those guys make a play every game. Buffalo facing a 3rd down early in the game. Look at all that time in the pocket. And yet he still finds a player that does not play for Buffalo. It's Xavier Howard. In the first drive of the game, we get a play made in the secondary. And this is what I'm talking about. His 3rd pick of the season, but it's some guys in the secondary. All I got to do is get us a little bit of a pass rush. If we get anybody on that defensive front that can provide some pressure, I feel like defensively, we okay. You know what I'm saying? We all right. Now the offense comes out. Young Spade Jr. and the new superstar running back of the league, Kenyon Drake. I got 2 stars back here, man. Between Spade and Drake, we got some things. We can make some things shake. So already in the first year, yeah, it's not looking that great in the win-loss category, but we are building something here. 2nd and 10, we look for our tight end, Mike Gesicki, who makes a ton of great plays for us. However, he wasn't able to hold on to that pass anyway, and it didn't matter. It was a hole that would have negated that catch anyway. 2nd and long, the pressure is on, and this is one of the areas that we definitely need to work on. That offensive line, fam, because I'm telling you, defenders pin their ears back, and they get in this backfield like they got problems, fam. Devontae Parker is a player that the Dolphins really believe could be a legitimate number 1, maybe even superstar potential, maybe. So far, he's yet to turn that corner. Made a hell of a catch on that last drive, couldn't get to the 1st down marker, and the Dolphins did the right thing. They punted it off. It's a lot of football left, no need to get super risky early in this game. 2nd and long for Allen and the Buffalo Bills. He makes a great read across the middle of the field to a receiver that kind of looks covered, but it's Isaiah Streets, man. He runs great routes. He makes great catches, and that's why the Bills love him. They come back on 1st and 10. It's a pitch play to Frank Gore, the old savvy vet, way back from the University of Miami days, man. You know, nobody on the field is happy to see Frank Gore go down awkwardly. He doesn't get up. He gets off the field. We'll check in on him later. And on 3rd and 10, a pass across the middle is deflected. The tip drill is something that the vets love. And Rashad Jones, man, been around for a long time, still making plays. That's his 20th career interception. He saves what could have ended up being a touchdown drive. If nothing else, they was already in field goal range, so he saved a score. The bad news is the Dolphin offense take over very close to the end zone, working out of the shadow of their own goalpost, and they elect to go for it. 4th and short. Bad read, bad read. You got a receiver coming across the middle of the field. I just said it's a lot of football left. No need to get risky. Right, hold my beer. Let me show you. Dolphins turn the ball over in just wonderful field position for the Buffalo Bills. They come out trying to run this thing, and for a while, the bend but don't break defense for the Dolphins was getting it done. 3rd down, they try to run outside, and this is what I was afraid of right here. You got to wrap up. The players was there. Somebody was there to make the tackle, but they just don't wrap them up, man. I don't know who to blame for this right here, but you got to wrap up, man. That's Doug Martin. He's a savvy vet, no longer an NFL star. He don't even start, but he's run the pill a few times, y'all. He know what he's doing. 6-0 game. When we get some pressure off the edge, the Dolphins are able to block the point after attempt, but they couldn't pick it up. You know, if they pick that up and advance it, what happens? They get a point? Hell, I don't even know. I think they get a point. But anyway, it don't matter that I don't know because it didn't happen. Spade on the read option. Keeper gets to the outside, picks up the 1st down before being brought down. I spoke with some of the coaches. The only thing they're upset with this young guy is he won't slide. Like, he think this is college. He think you can just run into people. You can't. You can't. Now, while I'm kind of talking bad about the kid, he delivers on a beautiful pass right here. They pick up the 1st. And later in that drive, in 3rd and long, the pressure gets to him. I feel like this happens a lot. On 3rd downs, opposing defenses just know to send a blitz. And, you know, the offensive line isn't great. Maybe the rookie's reaction skills ain't that great either. I don't know. But I know it ends up in sack a lot. 2nd and short. Oh, my goodness. That looked like that was about to be an interception. That's a great play by the defender nonetheless. But it don't stop the Bill offense, and it don't get them off the field. So, yeah, good, but not really good. No, they come out on 3rd. They pick up the 1st down. So they got a 1st and goal from the 5. We've seen the Dolphin defense make a couple of big stands in the red zone already this game. 1st and 10, Allen quick read over to the tight end and get into the end zone. And now I'm starting to get a little bit concerned because even though the Dolphin defense has played well today, it doesn't change the fact that it's a 2-score game. So the offense is going to have to show up to the party at some point. We got a 13-0 game with just over a minute before the half, and you want to see how they play it. Do they come out and play it safe, maybe take a knee, take it into the half, try to figure this thing out, or do they take some shots? And it looks like they want to take some shots. Spade in the pocket. He's got Parker one-on-one, drops it into his hands, and Devontae can't hold on to it. It would have been a great catch if he could have, but unfortunately, nothing shakes there. After that, the pressure gets to Spade and brings him down. It's going to be 3rd and 18. And I don't know if this team has anything in the playbook that'll pick up 18. So they just check it up to Parker, who makes the catch, but is stopped on an amazing shoestring tackle, setting up a 1st and goal for the Dolphins where they connect with their tight end, Mike Gesicki. Let's go. When I start feeling like the Dolphins offense hasn't shown us anything, they don't have anything in the playbook that can make something work right here, they get on the board. So the teams get ready to go off for the half, and the game isn't out of hand. It isn't out of hand. So it's still either team's game. You need the Miami offense to stay consistent. You need them to punt when they in a bad situation, and I believe things will work out. So we go ahead. We're here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half action. They come out and try to establish the run. The Buffalo defense was not having it. And on 3rd and 12, man, you got a young, inexperienced quarterback. He leads his receiver a bit too much. They turn the ball over on downs, and Josh Allen runs back onto the field to see if he can continue to build upon his play, because he's played really good so far today. He goes back to Isaiah Streets. You see what I'm saying about how shifty the dude is? Like, if you just line him up in a race to the 40-yard line, he ain't the fastest guy on the field, but you can't tell when somebody say down set height. He got game speed. That's what we call it anyway. 2nd and 6 for Allen. Goes across the middle. Beautiful catch right here by Beasley. This is one of the veteran receivers that they hope is going to take Isaiah Streets and take him to the next level, right? 2nd and 8 for Allen. Look at all this time, bruh. Look at all this time. But for the 2nd time during this game, when we say look at all this time, he throws a risky pass. So maybe he's one of those guys where You know, it's like you leave some jump shooters in the NBA wide open and those seem to be tougher shots. It seems like when Allen has a lot of time in the pocket, he gets a little risky. Now that time right there don't bite him in the butt. They're able to put 3 more points on the board. And we come back to the Miami offense facing a 3rd and 20, and they pick up a lot of yards. Not enough. They pick up 18 and they elect to go for it. We already talked about this. It is 4th and 2. Spade in the gun, surveying the field, dropping back. Making a read, he's going to try to force it to his tight end, Gesicki, and the pass is batted up into the air. Looks like it could have been caught off of the deflection. I don't know if the receiver lost it in the sun. I don't know what happened, but we don't get a catch there. And the Buffalo offense is back on the field and threatening to score again. I feel like I'm saying the same things over and over and over, and it's because the offense is doing the same things over and over and over. I'm making the same mistakes anyway. So now in the red zone, and it's 3rd and 8 for Allen and the Buffalo offense. Allen fires one to the corner. That's Minkah Fitzpatrick. Every guy that I told you to keep an eye on in the Miami secondary has made a play today. Every single one of them. Now, can this offense make sure they're not making those plays in vain? They go across the middle to Parker here. He's going to get the first. Gets a little shifty himself. I like it. Another 1st and 10. Across the middle, safe pass to Kenyon Drake. He's going to get enough to move the chains, and the drive continues. Later in that drive on 2nd down, Spade, standing tall in the pocket, speaks to Jakeem Grant, who tries to bounce outside and make something shake. Great job by the Buffalo secondary to get him down, and they got something working here. They go into the air every single time, and they have been running Kenyon Drake. Before you guys get on me, they've been running Drake. The Buffalo defense was just ready for it. They go back to Drake here, though. Drake spinning. I ain't going to say he winning, but he goes down on a face mask pull. You already know that's a personal foul. That's going to be an additional 15 on the end of what he already had popping. And the Dolphins are inside the 10. Spade in the pocket, and he misses the wide open receiver. That's so frustrating. 2nd and goal for Spade. Look at that. The offensive line protects. He puts his head down, runs it into the end zone. Let's go. I think it's safe to say that I don't know if the Dolphin coaching staff would mind seeing a bit more of this. Now, a lot of times they'll run this guy on designed runs. Look at this guy. If y'all don't get him down, they'll run him on designed runs, but it's times when he drops back, and I feel like he has that running lane. He's just got to have the confidence to step out there and take it. Now, the Buffalo offense back out here trying to make something shake. Less than 2 minutes to go in the game. It's a 2-point game, and you see the Dolphins has had to burn a timeout because the 2 clock is on right now. They go back to the run needing 6, and they don't get 6. So we got about 1:30 to go. A field goal will win this game for the Dolphins. The offense is back on the field. They only have 1 timeout, though, so they're going to have to not only move the ball, be efficient, but they got to manage the clock, too. You can't just come out here and get crazy. Albert Wilson gets out of bounds right there to stop the clock. Perfect. 1st and 10 for Spade. Dropping back in that pocket, throwing toward the sideline. That tight end, Mike Gesicki, has been amazing for him. Right there, I don't know if he made that catch, though. I don't know if he did. They go back to Devontae Parker here, who gets the first. It's some dirty laundry on the field, and what is the call? Face mask, beautiful. That advances them. They are already in field goal range. The only thing you have to do is be safe, which probably means running the football. Buffalo calls a timeout. Now, the Dolphins had a ball on the 7. They hand it to Drake. Drake gets them around the 2 or 3 with this drive right here. Another timeout for Buffalo. Eventually, Buffalo is out of timeouts. Miami goes to the air. Spade misses a receiver again. But they like to play. They go to it again. This time they connect. It's a beautiful catch. Jakeem Grant in the end zone. The Dolphins take the lead. The Bills have no timeouts. And it's a minute to go in the game. I like it. I like it. Matter of fact, we're not going to waste any more of you guys' time. We're going to draw the curtains on that one right there. The Dolphins with some comeback. Now, you can look at this and say, man, they came from behind. It was a great win, but I'm going to be honest with you. If they just stopped going for it on all these 4th down situations, they never would have been behind anyway. They led in every category: passing yards, rushing yards, takeaways, average yards per play, and they get the dub. That's all I got for today, folks. I'm out. Peace.